Um, hey, Great Lakes fam, what's up, guys? Today's story comes to us out of Oklahoma. Hook 'em horns. Watch. Let me introduce you to Master Sergeant of the Oklahoma City Police Department on the left, Mr. Dean Forbes, and on the right, his wife, Mrs. Sandy Forbes. And what is important about this? Why are they in matching jumpsuits? Well, cocaine. Wow. So, Officer Forbes here overdosed on cocaine. Cops are called to the house for a unaccompanied dead body and realized it was him and he was still alive. They took him to the hospital. And while he's in the hospital, the next day, his wife, on the right, overdosed on cocaine. And when questioned, she just started spilling the beans that they have $1,000+ a month cocaine habit. And then when questioned, Master Sergeant Forbes admitted to stealing cocaine from abandoned vehicles and things like that. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know this from personal experience, but I don't think I'm abandoning cocaine in a vehicle. So I do believe that this guy needs to be investigated more thoroughly than just these allegations, right? More like arrests and convictions for drug charges. Speaking of charges, let's look at here. We got possession of a controlled dangerous substance for cocaine, possession of controlled dangerous substance for the mushrooms, possession of paraphernalia, and maintaining a dwelling for the distribution of a controlled dangerous substance, with more charges pending lab results. Now, what do they have? There was scales with residue. One such scale was found in their master bedroom. A baggie with residue and Officer Forbes' lunchbox. Green plastic bottle with paraphernalia, labeled prenatal. A glass pipe with a grinder and brown residue. A baggie with a metal screen, which is typically used for those glass pipes as a filter. 17 baggies that on the scene tested positive, 2 of which tested positive with a white powder residue, the rest sent out for testing. A baggie with 4.86 grams of mushrooms, and then a purse that had a metal container that had residue, and also had like a pen and some razor blades for cutting and preparing, right? So those are the current charges based off of the search warrant and the searches of the home. There's also information they downloaded from their cell phones, talking about dealer information. And Officer Forbes did go with his wife multiple times to go purchase cocaine, provided money to purchase the cocaine as well as her money. So this is a joint effort. They said they've been using about a year, and Officer Forbes would work his drug use around his work schedule to avoid drug testing, which I didn't know drug testing had a schedule for the officers to be avoiding. So since he has admitted to stealing cocaine, having cocaine, overdosed on cocaine, using cocaine, buying cocaine, by the way, they also had stuff to package and sell, distribute cocaine and psilocybin mushrooms. How about people accusing him of planting drugs on them? Sounds like that if anybody would have the resources or the capability of doing so, it'd be this guy. I'm not saying he did. I'm not accusing him of it. But it begs the question, doesn't it maybe seem possibly like maybe kind of sort of almost might have, would have, could have, should have happened, or it did happen? I'm not going to say I'm certain, but I can probably guess there's been 1 or 2 drug arrests in his career. 1 or 2. He's a master sergeant, so he's probably 1 or 2, right? Now, this isn't to make light of anyone with a drug addiction problem, okay? This is to go to show that just like you or I, officers and their family are human. I hope that they get the help that they need. But it's refreshing to see that an agency isn't turning a blind eye. Now, they were arrested in an outside agency. They weren't arrested in Oklahoma City. But it's Grady County. I believe it's Grady County. Grady County Sheriff's Department is the one that's filed the charges, like a laundry list of charges. I'll put some. I don't know. I want to put some money down and say that, you know, they're gonna get the book thrown at them, but I highly doubt it. It is getting a lot of publicity locally, but not enough internationally or nationally, state to state. It's like, it's just a local story, and that's what a lot of this stuff is local stories. But the more local stories like this happen and show that there's a pattern of conduct within these agencies, the more we can get together as a country to kind of fix this problem. So, in case you can't tell, that's a little satirical, a little satire in the beginning there. That was just powdered sugar. I'm not going to overdose. Well, I'm diabetic, so I could overdose on my stash of powdered sugar. But, yeah, guys, so you gotta keep kids off drugs, right? Drug awareness, resistance education. They preach it, push it down our throats, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. I don't know what the numbers say about it being effective. I can tell you a lot of the kids that I seen go through the DARE program have overdosed. My experience with kids I went to school with, dead. So it's the environment you're in, the community you're in, teaching them young about the dangers of drugs. We all hope that would help. I've got children, and I hope it would help them. So this is the point where, you know, I say take care of yourself and each other. I really do mean it, guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Thoughts, prayers, healing energy towards this family, because, you know, it doesn't just affect the 2 people that overdosed. It does also affect the families involved, because there's a lot of trauma that goes with it. I live in an area where it's one of the highest densities of drugs. We have several major interstates that combine, and, you know, like 75, I-75 connects northern part of the country, you know, Michigan, all the way down to it goes right into Atlanta, Georgia. I can just hop on 75 south and just straight shot to Atlanta. We got 280, which goes east and west. We have the turnpikes. So there's a lot of 280 north and south. There's a lot of highways here, so there's a lot of drugs here. There's a lot of overdoses. If you sit with me one night, or you just go on your Broadcastify app and listen to Toledo Police Department, Central or South Dispatch, you're gonna hear code 3 overdoses all night long. It's bad. So, you know, the fact that it affects the law enforcement community is no shock to me. People have overdosed at work where I'm at. I've watched a guy laying there dying, overdosing at a previous employer. So it's everywhere. If you have a problem, reach out. Drug hotline number's gonna be here. It's in the description. Please reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. The only way to get help is to seek help. You're not gonna be able to do this fight on your own. It's bad. Heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, meth, you name it. I guarantee you know someone in your life that's fighting it. You just don't know it yet. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you, Oklahoma City Police Department, for I just feel bad. I was gonna make a joke about it, but it's not a joking matter. I made the joke at the beginning. Kind of get your attention. That's not a joking matter. So, to the Forbeses, good luck. Take care of yourself and each other.